Hello, all you coin aficionados out there, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we have two coins for you from the British Caribbean Territories, or what is currently called the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States. And these are both from 1965. It is the 1 cent and 2 cent coins from 1965. And we see on the back it says British Caribbean Territories. At the bottom it says Eastern Group. And then in the center we have the value 1 cent with some palm tree fronds or branches of palm trees that are tied up with the date underneath 1965. And both of these coins have the same kind of engraving on them. The front, Elizabeth II, that's a Cecil Thomas portrait, and the back is a Thomas Humphrey Paget engraving. And if we go in relatively deep, you can see these are nice looking coins. They are both made of bronze. The 1 cent is 5.64 grams, and the 2 cent is 9.55 grams. Both of them were issued from 1955 until 1965, a period in which the British West Indies, the former essentially colony of islands called the British West Indies, was trying to achieve their own independence. And so there were a number of variations of the British West Indies or incarnations. And this coin came about after the last incarnation of the British West Indies kind of fell apart. And when it fell apart, it went from the West Indies Federation, which lasted from 1958 till 1962, to the Eastern Caribbean states, and many of the countries left. So in 1962, Trinidad and Tobago left the British West Indies. Jamaica left in 1962, and then gradually other countries left over the years. The British Honduras, Belize left in 81. So we had all different kinds, but now all different incarnations. But now what we have is the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States. And those states still include Anguilla, the British Virgin Islands, Montserrat, and a number of St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and they get together and put out money as a group, all of them except for the British Virgin Islands, which puts out its own money. So with this, the 2 cent, they were in 1965, there were 2 million of these made, and then they changed over to a different kind of coin. So in 1965, this was the last version of these. They went to later to these. So this is the 1 cent that came later, and you can see it says Eastern Caribbean States. So that has, when they kind of went to make their own money, that's what they call themselves, the Eastern Caribbean States. And here's a 1 cent and 2 cent from the later currencies. In 1965, they made 2 million of the 2 cent coin, and they made 4.8 million of the 1 cent coin. And these coins in this denomination with this material were not made again after 1965. They were made from 55 to 65, and then they switched over to the newer coins that I showed you. All right. That's all we have today from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel if you like world and international coin videos. And if you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section.